Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Last Son. This is Journey Through the Cornellverse, and today we are going to talk about EILL, Empresa Internacional de Lucha Libre. This is the most successful Lucha Libre company in history. EILL, which is formerly South of the Border Pro Wrestling, has dominated Mexican wrestling for many years. Their success is generally attributed to two men in particular, owner Jorge Ibanez and his willingness to invest heavily, and the Lucha legend Champagne Lover, whose popularity completely transcended the business and allowed EILL to do unprecedented levels of business. With everything seemingly going perfect, 2018 saw the company rocked by the twin blows of Lover's retirement and just a few months later, Ibanez's shock death. With his son now in charge, EILL has entered a new phase without their visionary leader. They still have a star-studded roster and in extremely deep pockets. The company seems primed to continue to thrive all the same. So you are a big company, 14 million in the bank, and you're based in Centro. Take a look at your size. Your 80s across Mexico, 25s across the US, ranging from 7 to 5 in Canada, 5s across the British Isles, 8s across Japan, 2s across Europe, 2s across Oceania, and 1 across India. So since you're a big company, the next step is huge. And to achieve huge, you have to get 71 throughout the regions of the US. So at 25, you're going to have a little bit of time before you get to that area where you're going to take the next step into being a huge company. Being the top Lucha Libre company will also help you become more popular in the US as you move along in this. Your coverage right now probably isn't going to be the best help, at least in the US, because it's all small. You are big in Mexico, none around the rest of the world. That's why you have those low scores in popularity across the rest of the world. And if we look at your broadcasting for events, you're getting Demand TV Mexico. This is one of Mexico's better pay-per-view services. It's big, like all across every region in Mexico. And Canal Uno is for your television. That's where you're getting your coverage in the US. It's just small. Booking team, you have quite a bit of people here, from Nicholas Lopez, Soul Taker, you could put on the booking team and help you generate quite a bit of CE. Your inner circle only has Electrico as a locker room leader, and he's also the senior road agent, and it has Mexican Beast as a chief enforcer. The rest of these roles can be filled by anybody that you would like to pick for that job and that you could potentially build loyalty with. Take a look at the product. It's a Lucha Libre Entertainment. It's effectively an Americanized version of classic Lucha Libre, with in-ring action becoming less important and more emphasis is being placed on angles and storyline. Your men-only company, Technico and Rudo, is strictly enforced. Stables are there, managers are there. You do have the Lucha de Apuesta, which is a big deal, taken very seriously. Your fans expect events to be 80% matches, 20% angles. Fans will expect TV shows to be 70% matches, 30% angles. Matches are going to be rated on a match quality versus popularity ratio of 40 to 60 or 60 to 40, depending on what gets the best rating. So it's a very much a popularity-based product. But the lucha-based style is very easy on the workers and produces much less wear and tear on their bodies over time. Matches less than 15 minutes will not be able to achieve world-class scores. Only basic match setups like cages and high-flying aids are acceptable. Fans expect a lot of ongoing storylines, and they expect gimmicks to be used or there's going to be a large penalty. For your match aims, you're required to have at least a storytelling and either a high spots or steal the show. So it's not a crazy product. it's kind of based on that sports entertainment. Angles and storylines are more important than in-ring action. We take a look here at your roster. Go ahead and look at wrestlers with 70 star quality. You have quite a few. You have Angel of Mercy, Axis Jr., Boom Boom Jamaica, Dr. Rudo, El Hero Mexicano, El Hijo del Alguia Americana, El Leon, El Mítico Jr., Extraordinario Jr., Dino Montero, Khan, I'm going to butcher this, Itzamna, Jagged, Gorgamond, La Estrella, Lunatic, Mr. Lucha III, Multimillionario, Nicholas Lopez, Pirata Malvado, Rock God Alvarez, Silver Tiger, Ultimate Phoenix, Velocidad, Extinction, and Yellow Flash. Quite a bit of star power. We'll see here by looking at the top of your rosters here, major star to star. You do have quite a bit of people here for the top of your card. A lot of these guys showed up on the list of star quality. Didn't remember seeing Pharaoh King. He's just a little bit below that star quality threshold we set. But a good mix here for the top of your card. Should set up some pretty good storylines with differing ability, different ages. I think EILL is set up pretty well to function and continue to be at the top of the Lucha Libre world. So if we take a look at your middle card, there's a lot of people here. A lot of interesting characters. A lot of mix of older, established veterans and younger workers that you could potentially push up into the top part, become stars. I like taking a look at these guys and seeing some of the look and the skills. You're going to have a lot of high flying technical wrestlers. Extraordinario Jr. came from Ollie. I remember him a lot. His skills look like they've, pretty improved. You have a pretty good middle card here. Mr. Lucha is another one that I like. He's a very technical but still high-flying wrestler. Good psychology. So there's quite a bit of people that you can use. And potentially people like Nicholas Lopez, who's 46, still pretty popular across Mexico. You could use him to basically sponge that popularity off and put that onto another younger worker. So you just have to take a look through here, find the guys that you can use and guys you want to push and guys that can basically job to those guys and pass along skills and popularity. Take a real quick look at your titles. So you have the Campeonato de Mexico. That's El Mítico Jr. It's a secondary single title, and it has been over a time almost exclusively a TV title. It wasn't that way originally. But with so many hours of television to fill, they needed something to keep the fans hooked. So this reign has been going on 44 days, 3 successful title defenses. 3 defenses in 44 days kind of means that they're defending it pretty much almost every week on television. The Campeonato del Mundo, the world title is Angel of Mercy, 80 prestige. Its main title, long and glorious history dating back to the start of Southern of the Border Pro Wrestling. Champagne Lover is obviously the most closely associated with it, but many other legends have held it also. He's only had the title for 8 days. Obviously no titles, defenses. Campeonatos de Parejas. This is your tag team title. Samba Jr. and Mr. Lucha 3. These tag team titles have generally always been strongly booked thanks to the presence of a number of high-quality teams. Masked Lightning, Velocidad, and Ultra Spark Jr. were synonymous with the belt for many years and hold the records for the most title reigns at 6. This reign has been going on for 85 days, and there's been 2 successful title defenses. Campeonatos de Trios. The Trios title has a mixed history. Sometimes they're used quite often and take a prominent role. Other times they're totally forgotten about and used as a mid-card filler. Recent years, it's kind of been more of the mid-card filler than actually taken serious and had a prominent role. Your champions are Nicolas Lopez, Silver Tiger, and Velocidad. It's a floating level championship. This reign has been going on for 176 days, 5 successful title defenses. A pretty good prestige built on these titles, pretty good mix of titles. You have your tag, a trios, a world, and more of a television title to work with. Take a look here at creative. Your franchise players are kind of who we thought they would be. These are your big names, big guys like El Leon, Gino Montero, Velocidad, El Hijo Mexicano, and Dr. Rudo. Your next big things are going to be people who have the potential to be a star and maybe even carry the company in the future. And that's Huracan and Devious Dr. Fang. Prospects are going to be people who are going to become valuable members of EILL. So you have Huracan and Dr. Devious Fang on this list as well. You also have Scarlet Scarab, Jagged, and Major Junta. People who you want to do your promos: Gino Montero, Multimillionario, Dr. Rudo, El Hero Mexicano, and Axis Jr. Your showstoppers, people who can truly steal a show: Gino Montero, El Leon, Velocidad, Mr. Lucha III, and El Hero Mexicano. Your ring generals, people who can be relied on to make a good match with anybody: El Leon, El Mitico Jr., Axis Jr., Soul Taker, and Gino Montero. Then you have 5 people who are hot and 1 person who's considered to not have very good momentum. Go ahead and look at your stables. You have Insidious, formed by Dr. Rudo. It's a classic Rudo group. It's going to have Dr. Rudo, Devious Dr. Fang, Major Junta, and Gino Verde. Cabal. It was debuting at the 2019 edition of Lucha Mania, laying waste to the Technicos in brutal fashion. So they're basically emphasized to having evil intellect. So you have Multimillionario, Pharaoh King, El Jefe Militar, El Sultan, and Scarlet Scarab. Storyline wise, you need 5 storylines. We're failing on this right off the bat. We only have 3 storylines in total. And you have to advance 2 storylines per show. So you have Angels and Fiends, very hot. And it's a clash over the world title, basically. Angel of Mercy may be the new champion, but the former title holder, Dr. Rudo, is using his automatic rematch clause to try to get the belt back. Everyone has a price. It's very hot. This is Multimillionario made the astonishing claim that Rock God Alvarez would soon be a member of the Cabal because everyone has a price. Furious at his reputation being besmirched, Alvarez has promised to put Multimillionario in his place. Then we have past versus present. In an intriguing matchup, Gino Montero has intentionally gone after the legendary Axis Jr., claiming that by taking Axis's mask, he'll further build the Montero legacy. So this one's going to be pretty interesting in the fact that if you have Axis Jr. lose this feud, it could potentially be for his mask. And not all workers are willing to lose their mask. So that's something to keep in mind. Team-wise, have some here like Absolute Power that has 100 experience. Boom Boom Angel is pretty experienced. El Legado is not. Red Scourge is very experienced. Relentless is pretty experienced. South American Thunder is pretty experienced as well. Golden Kings is very experienced. The Mayan Warriors, 66 experience. And then you have the Sea Monsters, which are very experienced tag team. So you have some good tag teams, you just don't have a lot of them. So you may have a lot of individuals thrown together to make up your tag teams. Take a look at your events. You have television every Thursday. Okay, so you have television every Thursday. And then Lucha Mania in July is your season finale event. And all titles should be defended on the show to the AI instructions. You have some other pretty cool shows, but having 7 months to build your storylines, that's going to help, especially with needing 5 that are very hot. But you have a lot of different cool shows. This one should have a main event that's a battle royal. You have the anniversary. One kind of cool thing about the Mexican Lucha Libre scene is that all companies celebrate this National Day of Lucha Libre. So no matter what company you are in Mexico, you have this National Day of Lucha Libre show, and it's usually on the same day. So this is the 16th of September. So that's a pretty cool thing. A lot of cool lore established around that. You don't have any child companies, you don't have a developmental, and you don't have any kind of training facilities, and you have no relationships. You may want to open up your own training facilities so that way you can start developing the next generation of Mexican talent. I know, being a very big company and at the top of Lucha Libre, EILL will poach a lot of talent from the lower Mexican promotions, but you could also train your own and develop your own. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Cornellverse and EILL. So please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave any kind of tips and tricks in the comments below. What have you done when you have booked EILL? What workers are you looking for? Give us some stories. Give us some ideas of what kind of storylines you've ran, potential matchups that are pretty cool within this company. So I'd love to see it. I know on a couple of the other videos, we've gotten some comments about what people have done and what they would do. Those are great. I'd love to see them. So I'm Last Son. This has been Journey Through the Cornellverse. Keep playing, stay awesome, and I'll see you in our next video.